Hello class, welcome to the online teaching services of St. Thomas High School, Mahua. Today, I Richa Parekh am here to further continue with the subject of English for the students of class 7th. Dear students, in the last video, we discussed about activity number 1 and activity number 2 of unit number 2, that is exploring puzzles. Here is activity number 3. Read this old joke. Dear students, this is the part of fun corner in our textbook. So, we don't need to write this in our fair book. We will just be discussing the joke and then we will continue with the further activity. Read this old joke. A dad and his son were riding their bikes and crashed. 2 ambulances came and took them to different hospitals. The man's son was in the operating room and the doctor said, "I can't operate on you. You are my son." So what do you think that how is that possible? Because both the dad and the son were taken to different hospitals. Dear students, let's start with activity number 4, that is a puzzle. Adapted from Canterbury Puzzles and Other Curious Problems by Henry Ernest Dudney, copyright of 1907. Long ago there was an inn where pilgrims often stopped their way to worship at a famous shrine. Dear students, many a times in past there may happen that in order to go for a pilgrimage, they used to worship at the famous shrines, that means the small temples which used to come on their way. During the long evening, as they rested for the journey, they would tell stories and sometimes amuse each other with games and puzzles. After having the journey during the daytime, they used to take rest at some shrines and enjoy their way by telling stories and playing games and puzzles. So here is one puzzle for you. The gentle partner who has just arrived very tired all the way from Rome begged to be excused, but the company would not spare him. So the fellow persons who was with partner did not spare him from these puzzles and games. "Friends and fellow pilgrims," said he, "truly the puzzle I have made is a poor thing, but it's best that I have been able to create it, that even after so long journey, I have been trying to create a puzzle for you people. It is very difficult for me to do so, but I have did my best. Blame my lack of knowledge for such matters if you don't like it." So the person was trying to convince his fellow mates that don't blame my knowledge if you don't enjoy the puzzle. But his invention was very well received. He produced the accompanying plan and said that it is symbolized 64 towns through which he had to pass through. So here is a puzzle and the black one is the spot from where he was about to start his pilgrimage. He said the lines connecting the town represented roads. He explained that to solve the puzzle, one has to start from the large black town and visit the other towns only once and only in the 15 straight pilgrimages. He said the puzzle was to trace the route in the 15 straight lines with pencil. He said you may end where you like, but note that a little road at the bottom has to be omitted intentionally and it is possible to go that way. So here, let's try to solve this puzzle in the textbook itself. No need to draw these things in your fair book. Solve it here itself. Go upstairs like this, then this, here, here, like this way. Solve it like this. Thus, here we are at the end of this puzzle. Dear students, let's start with activity number 5. Read the story and mark any words that you don't understand. Use dictionary or internet or your classmates who may help you to understand such words and give you more idea about the story. Let's look into the story. One day, walking in the garden with Birbal and other courtiers, Emperor Akbar bent down to pick up a sharp stone. So one evening, when Akbar and other courtiers were following the Mughal Emperor Akbar, he bent down and picked up a large stone. With it, he drew a line on the ground and said, "Birbal, make the line shorter." So, after making the line with a sharp stone, Akbar ordered Birbal that, "Come on, try to make this line short." He paused and with a glint of mischief in his eyes, he said, "Birbal, don't touch it, just make it shorter." So, with some kind of mischief and the sharpness, the shine in his eyes, he said that without touching the line, you must make it shorter. The courtiers looked at each other. Birbal surely could not do this, could he? Perhaps he would be finally outwitted. That means the other fellow members who were with Birbal were thinking that now this is the time where Birbal surely cannot do this. Perhaps he would finally be outwitted. That means he would be defeated in this situation. But Birbal calmly bent down to pick up another stone. So after listening to the king's order, he bent down and took another stone. He drew a second line below Akbar's line. Everyone looked at the two lines. Akbar's line was clearly shorter than Birbal. So, with his presence of mind, Birbal completed this task, and hence he proved that his line was shorter than Akbar's line. There is a brief silence. Akbar smiled. "I thought I outsmarted you this time, but you have done it again." That means at last, seeing these lines, Akbar told him that, "I was thinking that this time you might fail in the task, but still you won again." Dear students, here we are at the end of this unit. The meaning of the difficult words will be shared with you in the PDF format. Write those meanings in your fair book and stay tuned with the next lectures. Till then, stay at your home and stay safe. Thank you.